Well, hello again, my beautiful friend. Thanks for tuning in for another video. This is Max Rosenkrantz, aka Coach Maximum. On this video, I want to dig into attachment theory, and I'm going to be talking to you about how you're probably using it wrong. Certainly, most of the people out there on the internet are talking about it in a way that I've found is not that helpful, not that useful, and not that effective in creating what we actually want, which I'm guessing what you actually want is a secure relationship that is loving and caring and low stress and lots of fun. So if you want to learn that, stick around. And before you think that this video is all about your personal life, I want to remind you that the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So if you get better skills in your romantic relationships, those skills will apply to your professional and business relationships as well, and vice versa. So let's dive in. Attachment theory, super high level overview. If you're on this video, I'm assuming you generally know what it is, but based on the way we relate with our caregivers as small children, our nervous systems and our minds develop certain consistent or inconsistent, if you have a disorganized attachment style, patterns and ways of behaving at an unconscious level in order to get certain relational outcomes. That's super high level, and I'm kind of going to leave it there because I don't want to get into the details because that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to help give you a new way to relate with it and a new way to use this knowledge and this framework to your advantage that you're not seeing elsewhere. So let's dive straight in. Here's the basic model. Let's take the two primary insecure attachment styles, anxious, insecure, or anxious ambivalent, and avoidant, insecure, or dismissive avoidant. In Stan Tatkin's work, these are the waves and the islands. I like Stan Tatkin's work a lot. If you haven't checked out his book, Wired for Love, highly recommend that one. If you are particularly secure or your partner is particularly secure, it's unlikely you're watching this video right now. And for this video, I'm going to not cover disorganized. I'm just going to focus on the main two, anxious and avoidant, waves and islands. And I want to give you a new way to think about how you can relate to a partner who's anxious or a partner who's avoidant to get better outcomes and better results in your relationships. And I'm going to start with the anxious partner. So let's say you're the avoidant partner, or perhaps you're somewhat secure and your partner shows up mostly anxious. I would like to invite you to think of your partner as a garden in which you like to enjoy the beautiful scents, the beautiful sounds, the beautiful sights, the soothing, relaxing, nourishing space of a garden. So in this garden, your role is the role of gardener. If you would like to have a wonderful garden that you can relax in and enjoy, you need to put in time watering the plants, you need to put in time taking out weeds, you need to put in time giving fertilizer to the plants and making sure that they're getting enough sun. Basically, if your partner is anxious, you need to be proactive in caring for them if you want to enjoy them in a low stress, not activated, wonderful state. Now, I use the word need. I'm usually pretty careful about the way that I use words like need and have to. Here's the thing, you don't need to do this, but you do need to do this if you want your partner to be at their best. You can skip all of this and just say, I wish my partner were different. And you're going to be unhappy, most likely. You're going to be right where you are right now, and you're going to be unsatisfied. That's what I found in my personal experience and my work with clients is when people try to put the onus on their partner to change in order to make things better, they generally don't end up satisfied. So you can take the role of gardener and you can relate to your partner as a garden. Rather than viewing them as needy or rather than viewing them as high maintenance, you can say, oh wow, I really enjoy them when they feel good and when they're relaxed. They're so much fun to be around. They're so beautiful. They're so wonderful. So I'm going to be proactive in giving them what they need so that they can show up like that, so that I can enjoy them and not have a garden full of weeds and dead plants. Cool? Got it? All right, that's for you, the avoidant or potentially the more secure partner in the dynamic for someone whose partner is anxious. All right, now, if you're showing up as the more anxious person in the dynamic and your partner is a little bit avoidant, I want you to think of your partner as a cake and you are the baker. Your partner is a cake and they're in the oven and you are the baker. And what does that mean? It means if you check a cake every 5 minutes to see if it's done, ooh, is it done? Poke it. Ooh, is it done? Poke it. Ooh, is it done? Poke it. You're totally going to ruin the consistency of the cake. I'm not a baker. My younger sibling Axel is a baker, and they are really good at it. And, well, I'm not, so I won't get into more of the details here. But what I will say is that you don't want to be checking on your cake regularly. You want to set the timer, know when it's going to be done, and when it's done, the timer beeps, then you open the oven and you take the cake out. Because if you open it too many times in between, you're going to ruin the quality of the cake. So, back to attachment theory. If you're the more anxious person in the dynamic and your partner is more avoidant, they are the cake, you are the baker. And the thing that you can do to help them turn it out as a delicious, fluffy, moist, I said it, moist cake that you really want to eat is by leaving them alone until such moment as the timer goes off and they're ready to be taken out of the oven. And they'll tell you when that moment is because they'll come back and they'll say, okay, I'm ready, I'm good to go. So, what do you do when you want to connect with them and you're feeling anxious and the timer hasn't gone off yet? You can ask them in advance for things like, hey, can you turn a little light on so I can take a peek at you by sending me a text message or just letting me know that you're thinking of me before you're ready. But otherwise, you just hold tight and you hold off on opening that oven door and you go, ooh, I want it so bad, but I'm going to wait because if I wait, I'll have a much better, more delicious cake. And if I don't wait, well, it'll be soggy and stale and not as good. And nobody wants that. Nobody wants a garden full of weeds, and nobody wants a cake that's soggy and stale and all that bad stuff. So once again, if you are the more avoidant partner in the dynamic, remember, your partner is a garden and you are the gardener. And if you take proactive care to make them feel good and reach out to them and connect with them and let them know that you're thinking of them, that you care about them, that you want to take good care of them, you'll be so much happier because you'll have a beautiful garden to enjoy. And if you're the more anxious partner and your partner is more avoidant, you are the baker and they are the cake. And the more that you can leave them be until the timer is done and they are ready to come out, the more of a delicious cake that you will get to eat. All right. Stay tuned. I will be bringing more content on attachment theory and how it shows up in the workplace and how it shows up in business and how it shows up in sales and entrepreneurship, because that is what I'm all about. Relational intelligence as it applies to business and sales and entrepreneurship. Max Rosenkrantz, thanks so much for your time, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you soon.